Hello and welcome back to my channel. Here I'm going to be doing my manga haul for April of 2024. Quite a lot smaller than my last couple hauls, and there's a reason for that. I'm actually in the process of moving, and I'm planning to move around June. So I'm putting a bit of a halt on my manga buying. I am still buying manga, but very strictly. So this is going to be my last manga haul for a couple months. I think that I'll be able to make a new one in July, and it will be like a May and June haul, like put together. Because I'm not going to have the time to film while I'm moving and getting settled into my new job and everything. So I am super excited and I can't wait to reorganize my manga in my new place. I don't know exactly what that new place is going to be yet. I'm still following a few different options. But hopefully I'll have good news soon, and then I'll know exactly where I'm living and I'll know exactly how much space I have for my beautiful manga. So yeah. Without further ado, let's just jump right into the haul. I'm going to start with a new manga and then used, and finally my one Japanese manga that I bought this month. So let's get started. So there are definitely going to be a lot of familiar faces in this haul, but also some new series to my collection that I'm pretty excited about. But this one is same old, same old. I have Cheeky Brat Volume 7 here. Yeah, just another volume of Cheeky Brat. I haven't read it yet. I'm happy to get closer to being caught up. Hopefully when I move and I have my budget all set up, I can just buy the rest of the volumes that I'm missing and binge them. That would be great. And then I can start collecting her other series, Stray Cat and Wolf, I think it's called. And Yen Press also just licensed another series by this author, so I guess I'm just gonna buy all of them because I do really like her writing and her art style, and her comedic timing and her romance is pretty good too. So yeah. Next we have the final 2 volumes of Gunbered Sisters. Yes, I did decide to finish buying this series, and actually Volume 2 was a huge improvement over Volume 1 for me. So I haven't read these ones yet. I have a lot of library books I need to finish reading. I'm almost caught up on Skip Beat based on what is at my library. So I'm kind of sad, but it's okay. I'll just start buying them. Like I did buy a couple volumes last month. But yeah, so happy to have these. Now the series is completed, and I do need to sit down and read both of them soon. I'm sure I'm gonna love them. It's a good series. Next, I have Honey Lemon Soda Volume 5, another amazing volume of this series. I loved it. I could not put it down, and I'm so ready for Volume 6. Like, I think it comes out in June or July. I cannot wait. I also really liked this cover. It's really pretty. So yeah, I'm really all in for this series. Next, we have a pre-order that I have been waiting on for almost 2 months, which is If My Favorite Pop Idol Made It to the Budokan, I Would Die, Volume 5. This was out in March, but my pre-order got delayed quite a long time, but I finally have it now. And I read it right away, and it was great, as usual, and Volume 6 comes out in May, and I also have that pre-ordered, so hopefully mine doesn't get delayed again. This is a common thing with Tokyo Pop pre-orders in my experience. But I don't buy a lot of their books because a lot of the stuff they license is BL, and a lot of it does not appeal to me. So if anyone has a lot of experience pre-ordering for Tokyo Pop, I'd love to know if you have a similar problem with your pre-orders getting delayed and things like that. Or if it's just a problem with Oshibudo right now. But yeah, it was a super, super funny volume. Really good. Now we're gone past the anime adaptation, and I love it. Next, we have Volume 2 of Kiss the Scars of the Girls. This was another one I was pretty excited for. And I know the series is only 3 volumes long, so I'm kind of sad that it's going to end so soon, but the art is amazing and the drama is really ridiculous and I love it. Actually, because of this character, this whole volume, it really gave me Strawberry Panic vibes. Which is hilarious because the drama was really over the top and ridiculous in that series, and I do think it's the same in this one, but it's really entertaining and I really am enjoying it. Next, we have volume 2 of I Married My Female Friend by Shio Usui. Great volume. It was interesting to see them, like, the meeting the parents thing and understanding more of this world where, like, same-sex marriage is totally legal in Japan. I really enjoyed it. I really love the table of contents and how that is designed in this series. But yeah, I really liked it. It's just a good, really solid volume of manga. I don't really know what else to say. Like, it's just great. Like, if you read Donuts Under a Crescent Moon, you're probably gonna love this. And even if it's a little bit more lighthearted than Donuts, so if you thought that series was a bit too dramatic, then you might also like this. Next, I have the final 2 volumes that I was missing of If I Could Reach You, another highly dramatic Yuri series. Super glad to have this series checked off my list. I'm still on volume 3. Like I said, I've been trying to finish library books, so I haven't been reading as many of my own books to try and finish those, especially since I'm moving and I'm going to go into a new library system that has different manga for me to read. I actually noticed that the place I'm moving to does have every volume of Lovely Complex, so I'm very excited to read that series finally because it's very hard to find on the used market. But anyway, yeah, no, I bought these, very happy to have them. I will binge this series very soon. I just need to finish some library books. Next, we have Marmalade Boy Collector's Edition Volume 5, the final volume. Oh my god, I'm so happy with this entire release from 7 Seas. Like I've said in the past, I think they've done an amazing job with this, and I really, really hope that they do another classic shoujo collector's edition just like this. I think it would be amazing. I really hope that this sold well, so they do more. Great, great, great. I'm still on volume 3 of the collector's edition. I'm a little behind on reading it, but that's okay because I own them all, and that's what really matters here, right? But yeah, just so much amazing art. Let me see if I can find... I just loved, like, all of the different outfits that Miki wore, like all the extra content is really nice, especially all of the beautiful color illustrations. I actually love these color illustrations without the glossy paper. I really like it. I love it in Neighborhood Story and I love it here. So yeah, Marmalade Boy, so good. Really, really, really think that this was worth my money. Okay, next we have volume 4 of The Moon on a Rainy Night. Now I'm caught up on the series, and I really like this cover. I really liked the storylines in this volume. It always ends on a really well done cliffhanger, and it just really makes you really thirsty for the next volume. That's how I feel. But yeah, I've sung the praises of this series every time I have a haul, it seems. So you guys know how I feel, but great series. Highly recommend this one. Next, I have volume 6 of My Dress Up Darling. Haven't read this yet. Super excited to. I'm trying to get it on like sale, so I got this for $13, and I'm trying to get all the other volumes on some sort of deal as well. So I might wait a little bit until volume 7 goes on sale. And then continue reading from there. But yeah, I love this series. Next, we have a book that I have been putting off buying, but I'm really happy I finally bought it. My Pancreas Broke, But My Life Got Better by Nagata Kabi. I actually think that this is one of her best books. I think it's pretty much the same tier as My Lesbian Experience with Loneliness for me. Whereas My Wandering Warrior Existence was a little bit of a downgrade, in my opinion. But I really think that this is a huge high for her. I loved every minute of it. And I still think that nobody really compares to this author when it comes to autobio manga. I've read quite a few other autobio series lately because they've been getting picked up a lot more because of the impact of this author. And she just has a very, very good way of communicating her experiences and making it flow as a narrative. And I especially think that her like drawing style really stood out in this volume. There were so many like really rough, dark panels that really resonated with the topic. And it was also hopeful in a way that some of her other series have not been, which I find really interesting because a lot of people have been talking about how they just feel bad for Nagata Kabi when they read this. And I honestly did not feel that way. And I think that maybe people do that because they themselves feel bad about finding enjoyment from reading this author. But that's the point, right? She has that unique ability of being able to communicate all of this in such a shameless way and in a way that makes it feel like a story and not just someone's real life. And she kind of turned herself into a character in a way that other autobio series I've read have not been able to accomplish. So yeah, I just think it was amazing. I cannot wait to read whatever comes next. And I don't read these and just feel bad for Nagata Kabi. I also don't think that that is what she wants you to get out of her books. Whoops, almost dropped this. But yeah, so great one. I absolutely loved it. And another thing I loved was at the end when she talked about the positives and negatives of sobriety. I thought it was very realistic and very honest. And with other autobio series I've read, sometimes things get a little bit preachy, they get a little bit too educational, and she never goes too far into those directions and keeps it real, and I love that. So, another good volume. Next, we have highly anticipated Volume 2 of Neighborhood Story. I have not read it yet, but I will be reading it probably after I finish Marmalade Boy. Just like with that series, oh, here's my bookmark. Viz is doing this not glossy color pages, and I love it. It really works so well for 90s manga. So good. It's so fashionable, of course. It's Ayazawa. And I do really enjoy this one. I'm really excited to see where it goes because I've never finished this series before in the manga or the anime, so I'm glad that this release by Viz is giving me a chance to read it in a really stylish and polished way. So yeah, looking forward to reading more. Next, we have a series that literally everyone has been telling me to buy, and I'm finally doing it. I'm finally reading it. Run Away With Me Girl by Batin. I don't really have a lot to say because I haven't read it yet, but it's only 3 volumes long, so I thought that now that I finished, if I could reach you, it would be a good time to buy this series. And I was looking for something else to buy when I was out spending money, so I bought this. And yeah, I think it's a really good release from Kodansha, first of all. They're really hitting it out of the park with YURI series lately. I've read similar series to this, like Gunjo, which definitely needs an English print release, or digital, I don't care. But yeah, really something I'm looking forward to reading. But yeah, it's a little bit low priority for me at the moment because I need to finish a few other things first, but I might buy every volume and then binge it because it's very short. And I am not worried about disliking it. But we'll have to see. I'm excited to read it. A lot of people, like I said, have been telling me it's an amazing series, one of their favorite Yuri of all time, so that's pretty high praise. So we'll see if it lives up to all the hype. Next, we have volume 4 of Otakoi. Yeah, I've been putting off buying this for a little bit because the version in my local library was, I didn't like the damage on it. Now, I bought this and it did come a little bit damaged, but I kind of just said whatever. I felt like this volume was a little bit cursed because I kept on finding damaged copies of it out in the wild, and then when I buy it online, it's also damaged, but whatever. But yeah, I still haven't read volume 3, which was in, I think, my March or February haul. So I'm a little behind on reading Otakoi, but I really love this series, and I'm excited to be so close to the end. Then I can buy the art book, because I told myself not to buy the art book until I buy the whole series. So, only, what is it, 2 more volumes to go? Yeah, 2 more volumes to go. Yeah. And last but not least, for new manga, we have my favorite series, Yuri is My Job. Yuri is My Job Volume 12. This was delayed. It was supposed to come out in December, but now it's out. It's out now. And this volume is amazing. This arc is doing some really incredible and daring things. And Sumikano forever. So I love the cover art. I love the back art with Yoko. I'm not going to show you guys anything on the inside because spoilers. Though, okay, no, yeah, I won't show you guys anything because spoilers. And also spiciness. But yeah, I'm so happy to have this. I love the spine. I love everything about it. It's 10 out of 10 always for me. Just so happy that Volume 12 is finally home. And that's everything for new English manga, so let's move on to used stuff. Alright, so first up we have Aishiteruze Baby, Volume 3. I actually just bought Volume 2 today, so that will be in my, I guess, July haul. But yeah, I'm slowly accumulating more volumes of the series. I'm very scared for the day I have to start searching for a good cheap copy of Volume 7, but I found that except for this down here, this was a very good quality used manga from thrift books. I finished Volume 1, and it did live up to my expectations of me wanting to own this since I was a kid. I think it's a really good one, and I think it's doing some really interesting things with the tropey concept of a teenage boy taking care of a little girl. That's a pretty common, or at least like a single dad taking care of a little girl, or a teenage guy taking care of a little girl. It's kind of like a common trope in shoujo, or I guess not trope, but like story setting. And honestly, I'm really liking how this series is handling it. So once I get Volume 2, I will read the rest of them and then continue trying to collect it, I guess. Next, we have what you've all been waiting for, another volume of DN Angel. This one is Volume 9. So now I have no gaps in my collection right now, and I'm just waiting for Volumes 11 through 13, I think? And then I have to stop because Tokyo Pop never finished printing this series. But yeah, so there's Volume 9, pretty good copy. It was not very damaged at all. Yep, happy. And next we have, I'm kind of cheating a little bit because I bought one of these volumes used and one of them new, and I'm just including them in the used manga. So I have the original first volume of Eclair, which is the girls' love anthology that resonates in your heart. I showed off volume the orange volume in my last month's haul, and I am trying to complete this anthology series now, so I have volume 1 here. Now after that I don't really remember like when each volume was printed, but here is Eclair Blanche, and I bought this new because it just so happened to be at my local bookstore. So now I'm missing Eclair Bleu and Eclair Rouge, and I think that's it. Or I have one other one that I'm missing. I can't remember actually, but yeah, so I have 3 volumes of Eclair at the moment. Yeah, so I have these. I'm happy. I haven't read any of them yet. I don't know when I'm going to read them, but I'm glad I finally got started getting this anthology. Alright, and finally we have my 1 volume of Japanese manga that I bought this month, which is the volume 2 of the Bocchi the Rock Kikuri spinoff. And again, I got it pre-ordered from AmiAmi, so I got this cute card. So good. I really like the colors chosen for volume 2. I like it better than volume 1. But yeah, so good. It's Kikuri. What a great spin-off idea it was to even do this. And yeah, it's just pretty amazing. Can't wait for volume 3. It's such a fun series, and it's really helping like tide me over in between the English release of the Bocchi manga. And yes, I have volume 3 on pre-order, so that's exciting. It comes out in May. But yeah, so another great volume of this series. And that is everything for the month of April. Alright, and so that is everything that I bought this month. Once again, I just really wanted to say a huge thank you to everyone who has watched my videos so far and commented. Makes me really happy, and I'm glad to share this hobby with you guys. And yep, I am going to be taking a short break. I might have a video in between that isn't a haul, but we'll have to see how things go. Yeah. Well, I hope that you all have a wonderful day, and I'll see you guys soon. Bye!